Hello everyone, my name is Ramadhani Kensi from class 3C English Department 2019 Rio University. So this video is attempt to complete English learning media assignment given by Sir Zaldi Harfal about how to teach instructional media and how to teach using it in the classroom. Alright, first I will explain the stages regarding how to teach instructional media that I will teach in the classroom. The first stage is pre-task, that is introduce topic. In this section, student activities are focused on the topic of the material to be studied, where the topic of this material about descriptive text. To introduce this material to students, here I choose several ways so that in introducing this material, students become interested, feel happy with the learning material, and they all understand about descriptive text. What I did the first time was discuss the topic. In the introductory learning material descriptive text, I first asked the students about the experiences that had happened to them. For example, have you ever visited Lake Toba before, or how do you feel when you see the beauty of the lake? Next, I shared a personal topic related to the material descriptive text. For example, when I was a child, my family and I went to visit Lake Toba. At first, we played very cheerfully. However, it was getting late, my mood changed, and at the time, my little brother, who was beside me, suddenly disappeared. But by giving the personal story, the children naturally felt carried away and touched to respond to what the teacher said. So thus there is a reciprocal interaction between students and the teacher. Then, in the second stage, namely main activities, here there are several activities carried out by students through the learning media Styrofoam and Catboard that I met, including first activity. Students are presented with Styrofoam media which contains sentences in the form of questions. Then, students answer the question correctly. The second activity, in the Styrofoam learning media, students were asked to predict several images related to the descriptive text presented and determine their location in the descriptive text. Then, they put it according to the contents of the descriptive text of the tourist spot. In the third activity, the learning media board, students predict the correct use of the simple present tense. In the board learning media, the students choose one of the correct present tense sentences. The purpose of this stage is for students to understand the grammar used in learning English, so they are not arbitrary in making assignments or examinations in writing, such as in descriptive text learning materials or other writing learning materials. And the last activity, or so-called prediction, is the most exciting and interesting stage in the learning process of descriptive text material, where they pair the correct and appropriate sentences, namely the identification and description. And in the last stage, post-task activities. Here I choose task report. Each student makes examples of descriptive text about anything, where the descriptive text must be in accordance with the original purpose of the descriptive text, equipped with a linguistic structure, namely identification and description, and equipped with linguistic characteristic descriptive text. And if the results of the task report are correct and good, then the students will get plus points and will be awarded a prize. Good morning everyone, how are you? This morning we will learn about descriptive text. Previously, did you hear the term descriptive text? And do you know what is descriptive text? Yes, Simon is right. The descriptive text is a type of text which gives description about an object, living or non-living, such as a person, place, or thing. Then, Miss wants to ask again, have you ever visited Lake Toba before? And how do you feel when you see the beauty of the lake? Wow, your answer is very interesting, Diva. Yes, in fact, Lake Toba is very beautiful. Dear students, here Miss have two games for all of you related to the descriptive text material. If you answer them correctly, Miss will give a prize to one of you who is lucky. For the first media, here Miss uses the Styrofoam learning media. In the Styrofoam learning media consists of 3 questions, so your task here is to answer one of the questions that you think is correct by matching the answer and then posting the answer under the questions provided on the Styrofoam board. The answer is affixed using a push pin. For this game, rules only 3 players are needed. So those who are not elected, don't be discouraged. First come, first serve. The way is to raise your hand. Okay, for the first questions, Diva who raised her hand the fastest. Yes, Diva Anastasia, please come to the fore. Next, second questions. Yes, Alina Michelle, please come to the fore. And for the third question, Chika Mantasia, please come to the fore. Then, for the second game, here are 2 questions contained in the learning media cardboard paper. The system is the same as before, namely by raising your hand. The difference is on this cardboard paper, media each answer option has been affixed with a double tip. Okay, Miss will starting for the first questions. Yes, Simon Hardiman, please come to the fore. Continue with the second questions. Zara Amala, please come to the fore. Then, for the second game, here are 2 questions contained in the learning media cardboard paper. The system is the same as before, namely by raising your hand. The difference is on this cardboard paper, media each answer option has been affixed with a double tip. Okay, Miss will starting for the first questions. Yes, Simon Hardiman, please come to the fore. Continue with the second questions. Zara Amala, please come to the fore. Alright, because the game is over, Miss will check your answers as well as explain the discussion. For the first questions on the Styrofoam media, Diva answered the questions correctly by choosing a paper containing descriptive text. Yes, we need to know that descriptive text is a type of text which gives a description of an object, living or non-living, such as a person, place, or thing. Then continue with the second questions, where a descriptive text is presented about one of the tourist attractions in Indonesia, namely Waikambas National Park. However, Elena answered incorrectly, where Elena chose a picture one of the tourist attraction, namely Alas Purwo National Park, and the correct answer was in picture number 1, namely Waikambas National Park. Continue to the third questions about where is the location of Waikambas National Park. Chika answered by choosing a paper that said Lampung. Yes, Chika's answer was correct because Waikambas is located in the Lampung. Continue to the second game, namely on the cardboard paper media. For the first questions, which is choosing one of the correct present tense sentences. Simon answers correctly. Simon chose a paper with the words "she is traveler girl" writing on it. Why is that? Because the sentence is a simple present form. where she is someone who likes traveling or is called a traveler. So what she did was an event that happened now and is factual. Whereas in the sentence, she will have been traveling, it is a sentence future perfect continuous tense with the formula subject plus will plus have plus been plus ing. And in the sentence, she is sitting and enjoying the view. It is a sentence present continuous tense with the formula subject plus to be and plus ing. And in the sentence, she was sitting and enjoying the view. It is a past continuous tense with the formula subject plus was or were plus ing. Continue to the second question. Zara answered correctly, namely in the sentence my father and so on. Zara paired it with the word identification. Identification is an introductory sentence about what is described in the description text. So the exact answer is in the sentence is my father and so on paired with a paper that says identification. Then in the sentence Rose is small and so on. Sarah pairs it with the word description. Description is a detailed explanation of the topic to be discussed, and in very detail, the sentence explains the topic discussed, namely about a puppy dog. Next, Miss will give an assignment where you make a descriptive example of a text about anything, and it is equipped with a linguistic structure and linguistic characteristics. And if the task you are doing is good and in the game you answer the question correctly, then Miss will give you plus points and will give prizes to the lucky ones. Alright, processing time the tax report is finished. Please collect the tax. Then it's time to miss announcing the winners of today's games and tax. And the winner goes to Diva Anastasia. Diva makes tax reports very well and correctly, and also when playing the game, Diva can answer questions correctly. So, you deserve the prize. Congratulations, Diva. You won it. Keep going. And this is the prize.